You're live now on Instagram. Boy, yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Woo! Let me get some water. Get some water too. We're going to do this for
Yeah.
40 minutes. We want people to hurry up, give them a chance to come in. My wife will get some water. So don't trip.
We're waiting for a few more people to join. Gerald just went to grab water while I was watching. Thank you for tuning in.
That's what we're talking about. People are chiming in. Can you hear me still?
Yep, loud and clear.
People know we're going live, so we're about to do this damn thing now. They're coming in. Are you looking
Yeah.
at your Instagram page too? You can see people coming in and whatever too as well when you click on the other tab.
Like on the StreamYard or on my Instagram page.
On your Instagram, on the tab you have open on your page.
Oh yes. I see slowly. Yeah. So, but there's a lag between this and that.
Yeah. There's a 7-second delay
Okay. That's
for
fine.
Instagram, but not for YouTube.
Cool.
So let me put these banners up because I want people to be able to. I want people to be able to you know, you have a website, right?
Yeah.
What's the website called?
trkennels.co.
TR Kennels.
Yes, .co.
Okay. Let me put that, make a banner for that. I want people to know who you are, man.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate you reaching out too.
Yeah, man. It's always, man, humbling and beautiful to get with people who have the same mindset, a passion for the dogs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna introduce you in a few minutes, but I want to make sure I want to have all of your handles on here. So when I do something like this right here, watch this. Boom!
Okay.
Right? They can easily start following you. I would have had this done, but you slowed me down. It's just your fault.
Dude, I've never done this StreamYard, and I've gone live with Trav a bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah,
times.
yeah.
We've been connecting on YouTube a lot too, and that's about it. And I'm more of a pre-recorded videos
Yeah.
or reels or pictures and all that stuff. But I've been told honestly several times, even by my clients, who became my friends now, that dude, you gotta go live with
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
when you're with your dogs and stuff. At that time, I was like, man, I'd be breaking my phones, and if I'm live with
Yeah.
my dogs, I'm playing with them, or I'm cleaning the kennel or working with them, something like that.
Yeah. What's your YouTube channel name?
It's TRK Rottweilers.
Okay,
I
got
kept
it. Yeah.
Everywhere is the same.
But the website is TK. It's TR.
TR.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
TR Kennels. Yeah.
Got it. So I'm gonna put that in there too. Yeah, man. Let me create these banners. And people, thanks for chiming in. We're gonna take some questions. This is off the cuff, but I had to get my man on because we got one breed for sure that we definitely love, and that's the Rottweiler, the Euro Rottweiler. Let's get it correct now.
The real type.
The real shit, yeah. So again, let me take my glass off because I look sexier without them. Yeah. So again, people, thanks for chiming in, people. Today we decided to do a live stream. He was technically challenged, but we figured it out. That's why we started almost an hour early so we can get here. We didn't want to give you guys a set time, make the banner and all this other shit, and guess what? We're late to the party, et cetera, et cetera. So, but my man Saeed, he's based out of Arizona. What part of Arizona you in?
East Valley, Santan Valley, Queen Creek, Santan Valley area.
Okay, yeah. So I got my man Saeed here. It was a pleasure. I reached out to him. I saw him when he was on Trev's show. I was like, man, the dude is on point, man. I want to get with him. And I was like, you know what? I love his setup. It's all professional. It ain't no horse shed with no two walls only. And in Arizona, I noticed that it gets extremely hot, right? You got it all set up where these dogs are 100% comfortable at all times, because at the end of the day, it's about the animal. It really is.
Yeah.
So I want to welcome to this live podcast on a Saturday when you people should be out playing and going to jazz concerts. You're probably in the house on your phone looking at us right now, right? So Saeed, tell the people, man. And again, people, he's got a Roddy, I got a Roddy, but he got Roddies. I got a Roddy. And tell the people who you are, man, because I want them to be familiar with you, start following you on Instagram, YouTube. This guy's doing big things for the breed. So tell them who you are.
Yeah, no, thank you again, brother, for reaching out, for recognizing and stuff. I appreciate it. Recognizing the quality, My name is Syed. I'm the breeder out in Santan Valley, Arizona. TRK Rottweilers. You can look us up on Google, on Instagram, on YouTube. We just started YouTube, not that hot on YouTube anymore, but soon hopefully we'll build that up to provide as much education as possible, more knowledge, more sharing more stuff, what we do and how we do it with our Rottweilers. And basically what we do is what separates us from tons of other breeders out there, like Gerald mentioned. We're trying to do the right thing by the breed. That's my goal. Is we're grateful to be where we're at now, to be able to achieve what we have achieved so far, and then without our mentors, without our people's support, our client support, our friends, family support, we wouldn't have achieved it. And in our program, as you guys gonna start follow and then what we do, you'll see we focus on a real type Rottweilers, right? A lot of people ask what's real type Rottweilers. I say that, hey, look, just read the standards, ADRK standards or FCI breed standard. That FCI standard is also written and managed by ADRK, so it's the same thing. Just read those, and that's a real type Rottweiler, right? So that's what we're doing here, and focused on health testing, temperament, and the true character of a Rottweiler. Not just mixing and matching two dogs together and just hoping for the best. We plan stuff here in advance for before when we breed. We just confirmed a pregnancy yesterday on a female, one of our females, Stella, that's pregnant with Hugo's puppies. One of our boy Hugo, we planned that breeding early to 2023. And here we are, end of 2024. The puppy is gonna go home 2025. So that's what it takes to make sure that you're not just liking a dog and breeding them. You gotta make sure that, hey, does this align with your goal, or is it gonna help the breed itself? So those are the things what we focus on. Just in a nutshell, of course, I can just go on a deep rabbit hole and keep going, but yeah, that's what we're doing here.
Let me ask you this. So, and I told you in the beginning, I said, I'm a newbie when it comes to the Rottweiler game, and I bought my boy from this breeder called Aberforth, Simone, and really, really good with communication, because I import all my males. I've never really bought a male here in the States because the experiences I've had, when the breeders that I dealt when it comes to Dobies, the experience I've had is that it's been misled, misguided, misinformed, and lied to make a dollar. And here in the United States, AKC allow breeders to breed dogs with no titles, no big deal. But in Europe, Eastern Europe, and other countries, the dog's got to have something, whether it's a puppy title, confirmation title, ZTP, IGP, whatever. But the dog got to have a title in order to be qualified to breed under FCI rules. My thing is that if I was to buy a Rottweiler, it had to be a dog with some kind of workability, because her dogs look great. Of course, they look good, but can they work? Because I can't have a big lazy dog that sits on his hip and just, I couldn't do it. Everything I got to work. So got to want to love to swim. Got to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Got to have ball drive. And again, remember, none of this shit is guaranteed when you import. None of it. You just cross your fingers. And when I realized who the sire was, I researched him. And the sire, his name is Puma Wild Western. What is it? How you pronounce it? Puma
von Wilden Weston.
Yeah. And when I tell people who the father is, like, man, he's a producer. Because that's another thing too, having a stud, but he can't produce quality shit, right? And they said that, man, Puma's he's got sons up there that's up there kicking ass too. And I like Puma's workability more than I like his overall look. You know what I'm saying? His look is good to me. I've seen better looking males, but the workability is what I was interested in, because I can build on that. Because that's my thing. That's how I separate myself from everybody. Like when people, and I'm only a stud guy. I ain't got no bitches here, right? I only have males. So when people want to use my males, my Dobermans, they know that, okay, I have 3 to pick from. If you don't get none from me, then you just don't want to fuck with me. I'm cool with that, right? But if I got a Rottweiler, he has to be of a standard that I keep in my camp, right? And Rottweilers, man, I'm gonna say this. I was the first one to say it, or the second one to say it. I'm biting off of Dale shit. I'm the second one to say it. Rottweilers are really the Rolls Royces of dogs, I think. I mean, they're body stoppers, they're intelligent, but they're killers too. Now you can get a Malinois and they're flesh wounds. They're not crushing no bones except chicken bones. But you fuck with a Rottweiler, something's gonna get detached permanently. Something's getting maimed severely. So they can do the work, but they can be a great pet too and a personal protector. And the power, the biting strength is a lot more stronger than Adobe. Of course, obviously, the bigger the head, the stronger the bite pressure, right? But my question is to you is, and before I went into buying a Roddy, I did my research for what I knew because I'm a huge pedigree guy. Like people hit me up all the time, like, man, what do you think about this Doberman pedigree? I look at it, okay, it's gonna look good. I don't know about no goddamn work. It's got a lot of confirmation titles. A lot of people been getting caught up on this timid whore look, the mush face. And what is your views on that, though?
Uh, so first of all, dude, I looked up your boy Brutus.
Yeah.
Whoever's listening, I gotta say, I really like the man. I like the look, the real like a type. He is. I have a lot of questions. I'd love to see him.
Put the mic closer. It goes in and out. Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So I really like your male. I like his Puma's son. Puma is no joke. Puma and his brother. Unfortunately, his brother passed away. Young Panther. I have Puma in my program already. One of my female Prada. Her mom also Gianna. They're both here. They're both. Prada is actually a line breeding on P litter Panther and Puma, both in her pedigree, and also Harley and Imperator. So her pedigree is loaded with big German and also Serbian. Like some really good Serbian dogs too. So that's why she is what she is. She's an eye catcher. She's different ball game. So me personally, I'm big on standards. Breed standards. They're there for a reason. You cannot pay me enough to turn my mind to not follow the standards, right? I see a lot of people these days breeding, and like you mentioned, one of the breed. I don't like to. I just go. I'm gonna generalize it. We say in show world, wet look and dry look, right? Dry. I like if I welcome people to come and whoever's been to our property here in our facility. Our dogs are clean. They have tight lips, nice calm eyes. They don't have wrinkly face. Their ears are correct, and they're not fat. They're very fit dogs. Like I get a question. I was talking to somebody today that, hey, how much do you think your dog? I was like, dude, I don't follow how much my dog weighs because I know they're super strong. If your dog weighs 125 pounds, my dog would weigh 115 pounds. My dog will outrun your dog in a heartbeat. My dog will jump the fence, the A-frame or anything, and working before your dog even think about it. So a lot of these things goes into that. So people have this concept that heavy dog is a good dog, or I want a big dog. No, I'd say two things are very important other than breeds and stuff and everything. When you look at the dog, a dog should be able to move freely and breathe freely. These two things are very, 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 very important that people get sidetracked and don't think about the whole conformation. The muzzle 60-40 ratio is there for a reason, to have that nasal passage to provide enough oxygen to the heart. That's why the heart problems. Then you have a shorter muzzle, then you have teeth crooked here and there going on. The dog should have 42 teeth in a decent sized muzzle, right? Now, for example, you have a glass of water, right? In glass of water, in the same water, you get a small cup and you pour in that you're not going to be able to fit all that water in a small cup, right? So same thing, how are you going to fit 42 teeth in a proper alignment in a short muzzle? You're going to have a bite problem. People will say, oh, that doesn't work, this and that. Dude, okay, cool, whatever helps you. Right? I don't want to argue because I don't waste my time with people that want to have that non-breed standard dog, right? Because I'm not gonna win that argument because their mindset is different already. They want a fat dog, they want a wrinkly dog. They're confused in the head. They're thinking about Rottweiler, but that's not the Rottweiler is. You like that look? That's a wrongly bred Rottweiler. It's just simple as that. That's how I'm gonna put it. And that's why I always tell people that hey, look at the breed standards and just look at the dog. Do you think that's sets the breed standard? Then we could go more deeper and deeper and deeper in that thing. But like you said, Roddy, there 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 are the Rolls Royce, there are those Bugattis of the dog. Like they're not for everybody. That's one thing. When you have the 120-pound, 115-pound dog jumping on you, because in the mind they're little child, like a correctly bred dogs. It's not good. They can non-experienced family can get hurt, you know, with like a wrongly bred dog or not well bred and not a structure there, not like character there. So a lot of things goes into that. But yeah, man, I would say people should do their research uh, about the breeder, about the dog. That if they wanna get into breeding, ask yourselves first of all, why do you want to do it, right? Second, what do you want your kennel to represent? If you want your kennel to represent like you're a shitty breeder, sure, go get a shitty dog and start breeding, man, and start producing. So as long if any breeding in our TRK program doesn't help the quality of Rottweilers in USA, we're not breeding, man. We're not
Yeah.
breeding.
One thing for certain, you must have you must have a dual screen because you're looking over here, and I'm
Oh,
looking. So and the camera's right here.
I have 3 screens.
Yeah. So if you turn your head to the right now you're looking at me.
Oh, okay. Let me just move the thing because
Yeah.
it's like
Everybody's seeing that side profile like you about to get it, like you about to do stacking your dogs and shit. Come on now.
yeah. Give me 1 second.
You know what I just bought? I bought a 49-inch curved computer screen for my office. So I can literally have 3 windows open. And I'm getting used to that curved look. There you go. I'm right here. Now you're looking at me now. Hey, you made a good point. You made a good point, man. I'm a Adobe guy. I've been an Adobe guy since 2010. I've been a Roddy guy since 2022, into 2021. And everybody always asks me, how much do Casanova weigh? How much do Cisco weigh? I said, it depends. If he's breeding, he's probably wearing like 85, 87 pounds because he ain't giving a fuck about food. And if he's working, if he's tracking, we got to keep him light when he's tracking because we got to keep him hungry to track in the morning. He's not going to be driven to track if he's already got a belly full of food. But on a normal weight, he's like 90 to 92 pounds. People say, "Oh, I got Adobe that's 120 pounds." I said, "Adobe's fat then." I said, "He's got that Coke can shape." I said, "My boys, you're gonna see those last 2 ribs. That's a guarantee." And I got that treadmill out there, that wooden manual treadmill. They can run that shit straight 8-10 minutes and cover 2 miles, right?
Nice.
And people get caught up, us Americans get caught up on aesthetics, man. 100%. They don't give a fuck about the dog's temperament. They don't care if the dog is skittish. They care about the look. That's all. They want to have something to show. And for me, for me, it's like the looks are important, but not as important as what's on the inside. Because I've had big, pretty dogs that had no fucking drive. And you know what? And I spent, like my boy Leo, who's from Russia, I spent thousands and thousands of dollars. I gave that motherfucker away because the prey drive is a genetic trait. Either a dog has it or he doesn't. And if I want to keep a standard in my camp, he's got to have that trait. Now, will that guarantee anything that he'll be a great protection dog? No, but it's something to build on. He may be good at fucking dock diving or luring or some other shit. He might not be built for PSA or IGP or ring sport, whatever. But I love the fact that you said you hit it right. Your dog's a healthy hitter. Your dog will run the shit out of any other dog that's overweight that they think is fit. Like my boy Brutus, like my trainer Al and the other guy. They said they never seen a Roddy as shifty as he is.
Mm.
You remember my wife just came in and said, "Hey, Brutus in the backyard chewing on my shoes." He jumped my retainer wall and got out of the kennel. And the lawn man's here in the front yard. And he's just that agile and a very good sized dog, too. And I like how he's shifty and moving because he's athletic. We keep his weight proportion. We feed him once a day because, he's a grown dog. I don't need to feed him twice, 3 times. We ain't got no open bowl policy around here, right? So that's important to me, too. When people go beyond the aesthetics, they want to, they get fixated on what the male look like. No, fuck that.
Yeah.
What the mama look like?
That's important, man. That's important. That's extremely important. I tell everyone. I was having somebody called me yesterday, wanting a female and stuff, and then I was like, I people that buy from me, when you reserve a puppy, you can't reserve a gender with us, because I don't know how many male, how many female. You reserve a puppy from us, and then we take a preference, right? That okay, first pick, second pick, third pick. That people that are paying a high dollar amount, higher than other people, then of course they got a preference, right? And I want to make sure everyone's been taken care of. But female plays a huge, huge part in the litter. If you can have a quick example, right? We have 3 studs. We have Hugo, Gunner, Gonzo. Now Hugo is like, he's a powerhouse. Now I have Gunner is the biggest one we got, but then you have different characteristics, different things. But I'm just giving you, let's just say Hugo's example. He is a standard dog, what breed standard says, the height and everything, but he cannot be paired with every female. He's a very high drive dog, extremely powerful, very sweet, just wants to play and everything, but he can cause some serious damage if he wants to. He has gotten me a couple times right here in the arms through the sleeve. I'm not no decoy. I'm not a trainer. I'm a breeder, so I don't around with him. I'm like, dude, he can hurt my forearm or something. So he's like that. So I can't breed with him with anyone. I got just this year so far, I have said no to at least, I would say, 5 to 6 females that people have reached out to me for stud service, right? Because they're females, I didn't like what they're doing, and my males would have. They think that because Hugo or Gunner or Gonzo, they're good-looking dogs, they would help their litter, but that's not the case. They could complement it, but you need to have a worthy, like a merit female, for you to have a really good litter. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So people don't understand that, and they just think that it's breeding and these producing beautiful puppies is magic. No, we do a lot of studies. We see previous pedigrees, what the proven producer, and then the line breeding, what we do on proven producers, that okay, what are they producing? That's why we just did, like I mentioned, you Prada, right? My girl Prada. She's a line breeding out Puma, Panther, and those guys. Then we did line breeding on Michael Corleone this year. My boy Gonzo and Nanny. Now Gonzo and Nanny. So they are. We went like it came from uh, horse horses when they breed aunt to nephew, uncle to niece to get those solid traits. So Gonzo is Nanny's uncle, half uncle. So we bred them, and that we doubled down on Michael Corleone. He's one of the really good producer and 2 times world champion and everything. Bro, we hit a home run. That that litter is such a great litter. Came out like I'm talking about clean, beautiful, big puppy, bigger size. Uh, the whole litter was sold out, and I just couldn't keep one because we had
Mhm.
in it already, right? But we do have a couple of those kids near us, so that I'm keeping an eye. Oh, got a comment, Kara. Yeah, Kara. She has one. She has a
Yeah.
daughter of from that litter, and her puppy Cora. She is actually a copy of Gonzo. She looked like it. So I really hope they're amazing family. I really hope they think about getting her to the show world in future, because she is that kind of dog, right? Not every dog is a champion. We all can try, but she has that quality. So anyway, so we did line breeding, and that breeding, no joke, was planned in 2022.
Wow.
2022, that breeding was planned, bro. So we go that far out. 2025, we already have 2025 planned. You know, now we're working on 2026. So this is how the TRK's program works. We're not just like bam, um, okay, female is in here, let's go freaking breed. Now, that's not how we play, man.
Right.
Uh, yeah, it's just this. Then we're one of the many. We're not the one.
The thing is, what I love about I'm not, I said before, I don't talk about other breeders on the show
Yeah.
in a bad light because,
Mhm.
if you can't say nothing nice, I don't say nothing at all. But I will say this: breeders that I rock with, that I fuck with, they breed for quality and not quantity, right? And like I see the difference in the quality of your dogs, but I know another breeder that has twice as many dogs, but I see the quality difference.
Appreciate
You,
it,
you see
brother.
what I'm saying? Without saying names, I mean, all of this dude's dogs, all of them are fat as fuck. And that is bad on the hips. These Rotties are prone to hip dysplasia, diabetes, all that shit, man. And I'm about what's right for the animal. Are we doing them a certain, like, case in point, man? I have a friend. I have a few friends. I have friends and associates that have these 10-year-olds, 12-year-olds, kids, and these kids are fucking fat. And the mama see it, but they ain't look. They see it, but they ain't looking. They're like, do you know that your kid is considered morbidly obese at the age of 12? And you letting him just sit back and eat chips and Oreos all day long, get on his iPad, and you're fine with that? And then I look at the parents, you're not that far off yourself.
But you can say it to your friends, man. That makes you a true friend. You care about them.
Yeah,
uh, and that's why you're able to say. But dude, again, like you said something important, right? Quality over quantity, right? And then I have we have a facility, is one of a kind. If we want, dude, we got like 14, and we got about 22 kennels, bro. Uh, but we don't have 22 dogs. if
right.
if we want, we can. right? But that's not the goal. We got our females, we got our males. Everything is there. They're living happy and healthy life. Everything is planned. Our clients come, and then our friends and our potential clients, they come. It's not, we don't, I don't allow every single buddy just come in. Like, it's not a petting zoo.
Yeah, man. I don't
It's,
like that shit either, man. That's another good point. You
yeah,
know, people who, first of all, you almost can figure them out because they want to do all the communication via the two thumbs. They never want to pick up the phone and say, "Hey, I want to get a breathing, living creature because I'm responsible for that animal for the rest of his life." No, I'm gonna talk to you via this right here. I don't deal with that.
no,
And they'd be like, "Man, I want to meet your males. Can you give me your address?" Fuck no. Call me. I said, call me. Let's play. If I'm gonna give you my address as an ex-cop, I'm gonna ask him questions. I'm
yeah,
like they said on that goddamn movie. I'm the captain now. I'm not giving them. If you find my address, fine, on your own. But I'm not gonna give it to you to come here and look at my mails. We'll meet in the park. But if you don't want to, like when I say, hey, call me on my Google number, call me. And so, okay, they do that and they never do. I know what they're trying to do. They just want to come here and do a looky-loo, petty zoos. And then you got a lot of gigabyte gangsters online that talk a lot of shit. And I say, I'm not hard to find. You want to meet up? You want to talk about it? Are you that passionate? I'm not killing
people,
animals
yeah.
over here.
We in dog world, man. Being a breeder, there are a lot of keyboard warriors, right? Once people know, I wasn't born here in the U.S., right? It's one of the greatest country in the world. I've traveled. I've lived in 3 different continents, 11 different countries. I've traveled a lot. I speak multiple languages, so I know what's out there, right? I know what's in the U.S. I know a lot of things. That the thing about here, it's those keyboard warriors, right? That they think that they can just say whatever they want, and because not thinking about the consequences. But I personally don't have time to actually cater those comments or cater those things. It doesn't bother me because I know my goal for the Rottweiler breed in USA, right? For the Rottweiler breed in USA, and the goal for my own program like TRK, it's way bigger those people's mindset can ever be. That's just how I work. Like, I'm way far ahead what we're doing, and then I'm grateful for our clients, dude. We have puppies in Washington, Minnesota, Alaska, California, Texas, Denver, Nevada, Jersey, like Canada. So, puppies everywhere are clients. So they're finding us somehow, right? They're finding us because some are finding word of mouth, some are finding on Instagram, some are on Google or on our website, here or there. They're finding us. So we're grateful for our clients for that. They're recognizing the quality, and they're making that far distance to choosing us. And what I do is, like, I try to educate people so they can make the. I always tell people, if anyone I'm talking to them, that don't buy from me. Don't buy puppies from me, but just wherever you go, make sure you're supporting the ethical breeding program. It's the person that is doing it right by the breed, the person that is taking care of the dogs and actually investing in the dogs, right? There's it's just that's just how it is. People that are focused on just they want to make money and not focus on the dog, they're not breeding uh, right. I would say they're
Yeah.
just focused on they can make a quick buck. And our puppies are. I mean, first of all, our puppies aren't a quick buck. They're premium, but they're expensive, man. We're not for everybody. We're not selling you a $2,000 pup. No, it's just not going to happen. If I can't talk to you over the phone, if we can't have conversation, we or you're never going to own a puppy.
Not
Once
from
you're
you anyway. Yeah.
not from TRK puppies, or I should say. And then you're the only I've had people that, hey, all right, can you hit me up when you have a litter? No, bro. The only people that getting my message and my text and my call, that people that have paid deposit and that are on my list, on wait list. Otherwise, you're not getting my call. That, hey, I'm not selling Jordans
Yeah.
here. Hey, here, you want some? You know what I mean? So it's just different. That's the mentality, because TRK program here, Rottweilers, it's a legit business. It's not just any breeder, right? We build a facility here in Arizona. It's temperature control, full AC. Dogs don't care what weather is outside. If it's too cold for them, which I don't know if it ever gets too cold in Arizona, but we have heater, it's fully insulated, fans, air conditioning, everything is there for them, and it costs money, right? And we spend over 150K in the whole section, and then we continue to add to that, to the facility, to our program. We were investing back on our dogs to make sure they're good. I have imported some of the top dogs, from Europe, like bloodlines. In last, I would say, 3 years, I imported 9 dogs. Right? Importing a dog is not, you're not spending 2 grand.
No.
It's a lot of money.
And hold on. And remember now, they may tell you $5,000.
It's yours.
5,000 euros. So that means the American dollar is weak as a motherfucker over there. So you better like it's about 6 grand, bro. And hopefully they're including shipping.
Yeah.
So yeah. I definitely understand that. This guy named Proctor House Rottweilers.
Mm-hmm.
Proctor dogs are horrible. Wow. We're
No,
going there.
we're not gonna
We're
comment
not gonna
on.
go there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna go.
Yeah. So yeah, I hate seeing new cars in the garage, but the dogs are living the dirt. Facts
Where
gotta
are these
invest back.
comments coming from? Are they
They
from
come they're coming
YouTube?
on the live stream. Yeah, Proctor's. Facts
YouTube?
gotta invest back. YouTube, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm not getting that access, but yeah, I'm gonna say, to just before you say anything, Gerald, because I think Instagram is gonna cut at our mark. But
Yeah.
guys, if anyone wants to, I appreciate everyone's tuning in and listening, and on a Saturday. But if anyone has any questions, or any feedback or anything, just feel free to drop a line, and
Yeah.
we're gonna uh, we're not gonna cater sandbagging other breeders. But yeah, if you want to have a real question answered, feel free to drop that, please.
Yeah, man. And I want to say, Saeed, I appreciate you, man. Taking listen, people don't realize how busy breeders are and how the dogs, your life is centered around the dogs. Like you can't go out of town without figuring out what's going to happen. You can't go far from the house. Your life is centered, and you got to have a team of people.
Dude, it's funny that you said, I don't go out. I take one vacation every year, right? I gotta hit that reset, right? And I have a friend, a very old friend, Alex. He My vacations and our family vacation base and depends on his availability. So it's funny, because he's the one who actually knows all my dogs, because our dogs aren't just um anybody can come and freaking watch them, right? They gotta know, otherwise you're getting hurt, uh, if you're walking in without me. So
Yeah.
yeah, so like you said, and it's funny you said that, because my mentality changed even more last year when I visited Europe, and I went to all these big name kennels to learn from them, to pick their brain. And when we went there, there are I had a lunch with this guy, and he is one of the very famous uh, he was a breeder, but now he's a very famous trainer and handler, big time. And he said something to me that hit me very, very hard. Uh, he said that he said, my friend, you'll never beat me, because we were just sitting there, we were talking shit, right? Because I was telling him, I was like, dude, I get what you guys doing. Your hats off to you. You guys doing really, really good. But USA is one of the biggest market in the world for you guys. So if we shut it down, we shut it down, right? But we were just talking shit, right? So he's a good friend of mine. So he said something. He was like, my friend, you guys will never beat me. I was like, he's like, what do you do for a living? So we talked about my businesses, my job, and everything. Then he said, my friend, I sleep, eat, live, breathe with dogs 24/7. You'll never beat.
Yeah, he's while you working for somewhere else, he's working on his craft. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, shit, he's right. He's right, because that's all they do. That's all they do. So I was like, well, I got bills to pay too, so I gotta have other, income, because dogs are like, dude, it take a lot of money from me than giving me money.
That part right there. Nobody realized that. Even the guys who get into Frenchies are like, dude, you can't breed the dog naturally. You got to get a C-section. You ain't gonna get but 2 or 3 pups, and then you got to compete with the millions of other motherfuckers who are breeding these hairless blues, fawns, fluffy, curly hair, all this mixed shit, right? And the thing is, and they only get one puppy, and then that one pup probably dies. And people don't realize that breeders, and I consider myself a breeder even though I don't have any females. Well, I got 2 female cats. People don't realize that we as breeders take more L's than wins.
Dude, don't even get me started on elves. I was talking with Trav, to I think last week or so. He's planning a visit here, to to Arizona to visit me, and we're gonna do an episode on this, that the elves, right? You talk about elves. I made a small post last year December on how the year was, and that a lot of people don't know that, thousands of dollars. I imported this female from Europe, and problem after problem after problem. I'm thousands and thousands of dollars deep in. Then she got sick. Then she got like bit by a spider. Then she ended up in ER. But I'm not the dog. I'm not the guy that's gonna put the dog down, bro. No, I was like, that ER bill was over 16 grand. I got a
Yeah.
freaking receipt, you know. Uh, but the dog is here. I didn't put her down. It is what it is. I'm not going to. I'm not going to just put the dog down because the dog got sick and I can't afford it. I mean, gratefully and thankfully we can afford that. That's why we're here. But a lot of people can't. They don't. So if you're not willing to take the loss, uh,
Don't
don't
get
get
in.
don't get in, because shit will go down. It'll happen.
It's
It,
going. It's inevitable.
yep, it'll happen. And what matters is just like, how do you come out of that, right? And then we came out even stronger. We smashed, like I told you about one of the litter. Gonzo and Nanny was super hit. Then we had another one, Gonzo and Gianna. Gonzo is such a great producer for us for right now, that he's been hitting 100%, and very symmetrical, very strong, and very clean puppies. So and I'm super excited to see how those puppies gonna grow. They're like 6 months old now, looking super, 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 super. So yeah, we came out really strong, and then we had another litter with imported litter that I used stud from Europe. Uh, Great stud. And then we have females here. I ended up keeping one female from that litter for my program. She's here. She's a freaking fireworks. But yeah, we got a message. Oh, thanks, Cara. Yeah, so but yeah, dude, shit will go down. Shit happens. So I would just say, guys, stay true to yourself. Then one more thing, I see a lot. I don't really comment on people's posts or
Yeah.
anything, actually go anywhere. But if I'm uploading something, or if I somebody sends me something, I see it. But even then, I don't really comment on it. There are a lot of things that happening that people, specifically breeders, right? There are a lot of them. A lot of them, they are living in denial, right? When you start to live in denial, and you know that your dog or your females are not 100%, so stop advertising that. Instead of living in that denial, work on how to make your program better, right? uh, I'll give you example, right? Let's just talk about my program, right? We got beautiful Rottweilers. All of our dogs are BST passed. All of our dogs are health tested. All of our dogs are V-rated dogs, right? V-rated, for audience, if you understand, there are show dogs. They're all excellent dogs as per different FCI judges. Uh, we're one of the only kennel that I know in last decade that produced a dog and went to Germany with that dog and competed and ended up top 5 at ADRK Club Seeger V5, right?
Mm.
Gunner ADRK. So, so we produce that. Now, that being said, we also have, like, for example, Hugo. Now, Hugo is a powerful dog, beautiful dog, but I know what he's lacking. You'll never see my post, I got the best dog, I got the this, or tap in and blah, blah, blah. Because I know Hugo is good
Yeah.
with great females. Otherwise, I know what he's lacking. I don't put him with every single female here. Same thing with my boy Gunner. Gunner is yet to produce. We got his semen analysis. Everything is good. That boy freaking came back. At his mortality is 97.2%. He's motile. It's a really good semen quality. Everything. So, but we yet to breed him. He is on the books for next year. So we'll see how he produces. I hope he produces. But let's say if he starts, God forbids, producing shitty, I'm not gonna freaking start singing every word that he's the best. He's the best. Then he's not the best. That's just the truth. That's the big L I'm gonna take. But I'm mentally prepared. I already have a plan B in place. So those are the things people need to realize, that as a breeder, that hey, you cannot get big overnight. And it takes years and time and time and time. If we want, we can have 10 litters a year easily.
Yeah.
Easy. We got 8 breeding females right in my kennel right now. There were 3 females in heat in May. I didn't breed a single one of them. Single one of them.
The males are going crazy.
Males were going crazy. So we ended up breeding only one female that was planned, Stella, that we just confirmed yesterday, that she has puppies, and hopefully we'll have puppies in 3 weeks or so. That's Hugo and Stella. But we bred her when? End of August.
Yeah.
But with other females we didn't breed. So those are the things people need to understand, that hey, what's next? What do you want your program to represent? So I think we got like 5 minutes on Instagram, and we're gonna.
Yes. Let me ask you this, and we'll roll out, because complex persona has been blowing me up. Appreciate the comments, my man. I love people being honest. um, he wants to know what makes a good stud dog, and I answer that question, and then you can try to answer it as well. For me, because I'm only a stud provider, right? It starts with the aesthetics first. Then, at the same token, it's about the puppy's temperament, because I'm picking studs out. If my boy is turning 4, I'm already got another male I'm importing to start picking up. It's like the NFL. I'm into the replacement business, right? For me, I have to look at the bloodlines on both sides, right? I have to see working on both sides. I have to see confirmation on both sides. And more importantly, I have to see that extensive health tests per their standards are done on both sides, right? So for me to be a stud provider, because I say this all the time, there are a lot of nice looking Doberman males out there, but you'll never know about them, right? For me, what sets me apart is that all of my males, because I'm only a stud provider, all of my males have to have a working title. But on top of that, they have to get their hips, elbows, OFA certified. They got to get their DNA put on file. They got to get all of the test requirements that Dobies are prone to, the DCM, DM, the Von Willebrand's, the thyroid checked out, all that shit. And then I pay the extra $10, whatever the fuck it is, and let OFA put it on their site. So now when people ask me, give me his health test, if it's for here's a fucking AKC number, look it up. It pops right up, right? Well, what I don't see Casanova. It's called Via Felicia and Prestige. I said, that's the name on the FCI pedigree. I don't name these dogs. The breeder names these dogs. His call name is Casanova, right? And so for me, what makes a good stud, and what's also the most important thing is their producer. And the way I know that he's a producer, I can breed him to a mediocre bitch, and the puppies are coming out nice.
Mhm.
No white spots, no fucking light orange eyes, no fucking overbite, underbite,
Yeah.
bone structures on point. Then I know I got something here because most of the bitches I breed to, be honest with you, they're 100% Euro, but they're not quality bitches. The people in America who just buying dogs to be great pets, they're not looking at quality because they're not with the understanding what perpetuates a great litter,
Yep.
a great offspring. They're looking at, oh, she's got a nice head, dark markings, her gums are dark. It's more to it than that. And for me, what makes a great stud is all of that. And again, I'm gonna tell motherfuckers right now, like okay, so my boy Brutus got he got a BH now. He's going for his IGP.
Oh, nice. Congrats, bro.
Motherfuckers know how much that shit costs in training, board and train. We ain't talking about $2,000 or $3,000. How about that per month? Let's play with it. You know, I've spent 20, 30, 40 grand with Al over the course of years of training dogs. And sometimes the dogs don't pan out. And my trainer would tell me, hey, he ain't built for the sport. I pull him because you got trainer that sandbag your ass. But that's my little diatribe. I'll let you finish that question, and then we can call it quits and do this again.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, great question. First of all, whoever asked, I don't know where because I don't have a visibility
Yeah,
on YouTube, but people who are listening on Instagram, we are live on YouTube. I don't know 100%, but it might cut in like a minute. If you guys want to continue, you can jump on YouTube channel, All Doberman Club and TRK Rottweilers. Either way, it's going to be going on that if it cuts feed on Instagram. But to answer the question, first of all, the standards, right? I'm a big. What makes him a great stud? Okay, so the big thing is for me, I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna tell you about Rottweiler perspective. So standard. First of all, is he matching the standard? That's one thing. Second thing, the health test. You gotta pass the health test. Just a basic one. We do a lot of them, but just a basic one is hips, elbows, GLPP, DNA. You gotta do those health tests. So let's just say they pass the health test, match the confirmation. Then you go to the shows. Then you go show ratings. You go to at least 3 shows in under 3 different judges to get the critique to make sure you're consistent. That's the 3 things. Second thing, the fourth thing is then it comes down to what Gerald you said, producing. If you own a stud yourself here, like I have stud, me personally, I'm gonna see if my stud is even producing. If he can produce himself, if he can produce his grandfather, you're a winner. You hit a home run, right? But if you're a stud, you have a champion stud that got the working title, that got all these things, but that stud is not producing shit, then dude, you just have a glorified freaking pet. That's it. So either my recommendation to you would be sell that to a pet as a breeder. You don't want a glorified pet, or I don't know, just ride it with whatever he is producing.
You know what I would do? You know what I would do? Because if he checks 3 of the 4 boxes, right? This is how I would offset, because now, none of these dogs gonna be perfect, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if he checks 3 of the 4 boxes and the box is unchecked and he can't produce, I will breed him to my best bitch, because the best bitch will bring out that part, because most of the puppy gonna take the DNA from the mom anyway, right? Then we got the other ones already on there, other boxes. So now, if we know he can't produce well, we're gonna bring him to our best bitch that we know can produce good puppies. That's how I offset it, because again, there's science involved, but you got to know what you're doing. A good breeder would know what the fuck each dog can and cannot produce. Like, I know what dog I got right now, that if I breed him to any bitch that has any kind of workability, all the puppies gonna come out fucking insane and want to work all the time. And I'm gonna get calls like, hey, this dog is eating up my jacuzzi top, and then motherfucker want to work. Listen, you come to me for this, and now when you get it, you don't know how to handle it. Well, I took him jogging. I said, your jogging is fucking walking to him. He got 4 legs. You got 2, dog. Come on.
Run, yeah, run. So now you're right, man. That's one thing a lot of breeders gotta focus on these days. And then what does it say? Complex persona, that is a Mexican cerebral. Dude, it's there are very good breeders out there in Rottweiler world, all over USA. There are some very good guys, good girls out there that want to do the right by the breed. You just gotta do your research. You gotta
Yeah,
find
man.
a breeder, and that breeder is gonna, a good breeder, ethical breeder is gonna actually help you pick the right match, the right temperament that would help you guys enjoy, that would help you guys raise a healthy Rottweiler, healthy Doberman, whatever dog you want to go through. But go to an ethical breeder. A lot of time people get caught up in their budget. Cheap
Oh
stuff,
my God. There we
you
go.
know, cheap stuff is not good. Good stuff is not cheap. So just think about that. You're not gonna like a lot of people go like TRK, right? Me personally, I take pride in my name when I'm wearing it on my chest. TRK is not just a kennel, it's a brand. It's a brand. Not everyone would be able to acquire a TRK pup, and we're not for everybody. So first of all, we're not, like we said, we're not cheap. We hardly ever have pups available once they hit the ground. Once by the time they're hitting 8 weeks, they're gone. Majority of the time, before even born, their birth, they're gone. They're sold. So I'm grateful for that. But the thing is, what is a free dog is a 10? True. That's another thing, because you just do not know what that dogs bring. A lot of time people say that, oh, I rescued so and so, and I'm doing really good, and I don't have any problem. This and that. Okay, but you're one of those few people that got lucky. But majority of the poorly bred dogs and the rescue and all these things, they are coming from unethical breeding, wrongfully breeding. You tell me one. You tell me one shelter dog that was bought from an ethical breeder, and the owner paid freaking 5,000 plus for that dog, and the dog ended up in shelter. Hell no. If you find
Mm-mm.
that dog, please let me know. I'll go pick that dog up. I'll rescue that dog and bring him to my freaking program.
You said something very important, and one of my co-hosts, my co-partner Leo, I've always been preaching this from day one. I said, what we want to do, we want to sell a brand, you know, and when we're selling a brand, we're selling our word. And people may not like our attitude. They might not like the way we talk sometimes.
Yeah.
They may not like how we swear sometimes. You know, they may not like a lot of things that we do and say. But
Yeah.
one thing nobody gonna fucking say is that when we selling a dog or we selling something with our name on it, it ain't gonna be what it is. They're gonna always get what we say we giving them.
Yeah.
Always. So when you have a brand, it's an intangible thing because you gotta believe in it. You can't touch it. You know, you got to believe in it. When you have a brand, you're selling your word, and your word is your bond. And for me, I've had many people, competitors, and I'm not even a breeder full time, man. I got a job, man. I got employees and shit, right? This is a hobby. It started as a passion for the breed. Never started because of money, right? And I've had people try to like, oh, my dog got AIDS. A dude named Daryl Young out here. Dog got AIDS, and the dog got one ball, and like all kind of shit that he just. I didn't even know dogs could get AIDS, man. And I was like, this motherfucker's crazy. And they're gonna continue to hate, but if you continue to ascend, those little people don't even matter no more because I got a million motherfuckers that believe in me. You know, he's one. He's not even a nanogram of the motherfuckers that like what I got going on here. So fuck him, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna get haters. But listen, we're gonna wrap this up. You know, we've been talking about an hour and a half. Here's something else right here. Here's the best in business. Aaron, appreciate that, man. Good stuff. That's what we need. More positive shit, man. We got enough negative shit going on in the world with this bullshit wars and shit. We don't need to have that shit when we're trying to get our mind off the bullshit.
Yeah.
Positive stuff. This is how we want to end our weekend, with some shit like this. You know what I'm saying? But listen, Saeed, thanks for becoming on the show. Hey, stay on while we exit the live chat, and we can talk about it. And but everything, man. Hey guys, thanks for coming in. Look, I'm gonna be live tomorrow with my boy Zeke at Documentary TV, the guy that put me on the map, 10 years ago, doing his videos. And I'm gonna have Zeke online tomorrow. So stay tuned. I'm gonna post a poster, chime in, ask questions, because Zeke is a Rottweiler owner too. Zeke from Documentary is he got a Rottweiler. He could have had any dog he want. He chose a Rottweiler. His name is Rocco. So, guys, appreciate it. Until then, like Trevor said, take care of your dogs.
All right. Thanks, guys. And be kind. Be kind, please. No negativity.
Right.